Hi, everyone, and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Villaverde.
And I'm Montel Williams.
So today, what women ought to know about car insurance. It's a pun.
Gotcha. Plus living with and managing multiple sclerosis.
And we're mixing it up a little bit with Angostura cocoa bitters.
Angostura cocoa bitters.
You're right.
Wow,
You got to just tune in.
The Balancing Act starts right now.
As people everywhere wait for the global supply chain to catch up with demand, especially in the automotive industry, manufacturers are awaiting chips to get vehicles road ready. We might need to hold on to our vehicles a bit longer, or maybe you've been lucky enough to purchase a new car. Either way, we have news you can use. Marie Knight, head of strategic services at Zurich North America, is here to demystify extended vehicle warranties and sort fact from fiction. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Olga.
Let's just start first with those robocalls that we get, which is so annoying, regarding car warranties. They seem like a scam. What's the deal?
Well, some of them absolutely do seem like a scam and probably are. In fact, it seems like anyone who owns a vehicle and a phone gets those calls multiple times a week. That said, there are great products available that are offered by reputable companies. Probably the best advice I can offer is to request a copy of the contract before you sign or pay for anything and read it carefully.
Marie, let's talk about your company, Zurich. How is it different?
Well, Zurich is committed to offering products that provide considerable value to vehicle owners, products that are easy to use and widely accepted by certified repair facilities across the country. And we have a national team that works with dealerships to ensure that the products are presented in an informative and transparent manner.
I want to talk more about vehicle service contracts because, you know, getting a car is very exciting. I mean, I like it, but it can be very expensive.
Absolutely. So the unexpected costs of repair down the road can create a lot of stress on everyone's budget. Vehicle service contracts offer coverage for repairs not covered by the manufacturer's warranty, can extend the coverage period, and provide some additional benefits like rental car reimbursement, towing, emergency roadside assistance. Also, we work with repair facilities and pay them directly for repairs so that a customer does not have to pay out of pocket and then spend time on the phone trying to get reimbursed, which can be extremely frustrating and time-consuming.
Speaking of stress, we talked a little bit about repairs. Break it down for me.
AAA did a survey that said that 64 million American drivers, which is approximately 1 in 3, would end up in debt if they had an unexpected repair. This also indicates that we underestimate the ongoing cost of owning and operating a vehicle, which is currently at about $9,200 a year. And that's before we pay for any unexpected repairs. And then, depending on the type of vehicle you own, a navigation system, for example, can be $3,600 to replace.
Wow.
A vehicle transmission can be $5,500 or more to repair or replace.
You mentioned working with dealerships. Customer service is paramount, right?
Absolutely. The fact that we work with dealerships helps us ensure that our products are offered in a transparent way and that the dealership customizes the presentation to the vehicle owner based on their lifestyle, driving habits, and their budget.
So when we're considering a vehicle service contract, what should we look out for?
So there are a number of important things to consider. First of all, research the company backing the product and make sure that they are reputable and financially sound. Understand the coverage you're purchasing as well as your responsibilities, like what you need to do to maintain the vehicle and any deductible that you might be responsible for. Also look at the additional benefits like roadside assistance, rental car reimbursement, trip interruption, and those types of things. Make sure that the policy you purchase allows for coverages to be paid directly to the repair facility so that you don't have to pay and then try to get reimbursed. And finally, make sure that the coverage can be canceled or transferred to someone else if you decide to sell or trade your vehicle.
Great information, Marie. For our viewers who'd like more information, where can they go?
They can go to our website, which is zurichna.com vehicle protection, where they'll find some videos and interactive brochures that tell all about our product.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And if you'd like more information on any of this, go to our website, thebalancingact.com. We'll be right back. To raise a glass and taste a few savory dishes, we're using a not-so-secret ingredient that has been around for almost 200 years. Now, while it may have started out as medicinal, Angostura Bitters is respected and recognized as the worldwide leader in aromatic bitters. No kitchen or bar is complete without it. And joining me virtually are Angostura's Executive Manager Marketing, Hema Ramkisoon, and their Chief Brand Educator and Mixologist, Raymond Edwards. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So great to have you. And by the way, love Trinidad. I've got to get back there very soon. It's beautiful.
We're waiting to welcome you with all the Caribbean hospitality.
Absolutely.
Gracias. Okay, so before we mix it up, tell us, Hema, first about the award-winning bitters.
You know, Angostura, the House of Angostura, is best known for our world-famous aromatic bitters produced right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Bitters is the salt and pepper of the cocktail world. No drink is complete without it. But also, I don't think many people realize that bitters is also a great addition to any culinary dish. You can add it to salads, desserts, ice creams, anything that you think about. It just simply enhances the flavor. It's not only balancing, but enhancing.
Hema, while it's called bitters, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bitter, right? And I also hear there's a new addition.
It's absolutely not bitter at all if you add it to any food or drink. It's simply a category used to describe any food item that's using aromatic herbs and spices. But we do have a new addition, cocoa bitters, Angostura cocoa bitters, and it is an explosion of flavor. It is innovation at its best and diversity.
Okay.
But the most distinguishing characteristic of this entire new product is that it uses Trinitario cocoa. And Olga, that is simply the world's finest cocoa, adding flavor to anything.
Okay, speaking of cocktails now, we're going to go there. Raymond, that's what you do.
Absolutely. So I'm creating two really amazing cocktails. One I already pre-prepped, which is more of a tropical style on a cocktail, featuring Angostura cocoa. So it's passion fruit, a little bit of lime, some rum. But this really highlights the versatility of Angostura cocoa bitters. The cocktail I'm creating today is espresso martini, one of my favorite. So it calls for vodka, generous amount of vodka, some coffee liqueur, and this is followed by some brew coffee. Goes well for me. So some brew coffee, and to bring all these flavors together, a little bit of simple syrup, just for taste. And the star of the show, Angostura cocoa bitters. Just about, maybe one more, okay? Give this a really, really good shake.
I have to step back a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh, can you smell that, Hema?
Amazing.
Oh.
Oh, that's so great, Raymond. All right, so while we're talking about drinks, let me just show you again what my friend, Chef Ralph, cooked up for us. So there's a pork taco mole. Oh, my gosh. So he replaced the traditional chocolate in the mole sauce by a few dashes of Angostura cocoa bitter. So there you go, and there you have it. Now let's move on to my favorite, coffee crusted steak. Oh, my gosh. This is a cocoa bitter coffee crusted steak. I don't know about you, Hema, but I take it medium rare. What about you?
We're now completely best friends because we take it the same way, and I'm sure it will taste amazing.
Well done for me.
Oh, no.
All right, and then he made, as I see here, a beautiful chocolate cake, and he made it extra moist by soaking it with a cocoa bitter syrup. I mean, this is all just absolutely fantastic. Gorgeous, beautiful. So Hema, for our viewers who'd like more information, where can they go?
They definitely can get all of our recipes at angosturabitters.com. It's also available for purchase at Publix, Walmart, and Amazon.com. You definitely want to pick it up.
A toast to you all in Trinidad. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us as well.
Thank you.
Cheers. And of course, if you'd like more information, just go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
You know, multiple sclerosis, or MS, affects nearly 1 million people in the United States, and I'm one of them.
And today we're going to meet with Dr. Aaron Boster, a board-certified neurologist specializing in MS.
But first, let's hear from Meg, who's been living with MS and learning how to manage her disease while passionately advocating for others.
Take a look.
I live in Kansas City, right outside of the city in Overland Park, Kansas, and I have been married for 23 years to Adam. We have 3 great kids, Carolyn, Will, and Hank. And in my spare time, I like to cook, I like to read, I stay active in my church with community work, and I'm really passionate about staying healthy. Everything kind of started during a very fun but very hot summer vacation. I started to lose sight in my left eye. So we waited until we got back from Florida, and I went to urgent care, and they immediately sent me to the emergency room. The emergency room doctor was fantastic. He did say it's probably one of 4 things. It's either a brain tumor, an aneurysm, you've had a stroke, or could be something like MS. They did numerous tests, including an MRI and a spinal epidural. The MRI ruled out everything except for MS. So at that point, they put me on a steroid drip, and that actually helped me regain my sight.
After being discharged from the hospital, Meg had a follow-up appointment with a neurologist who confirmed her diagnosis of relapsing multiple sclerosis.
I really kind of went to a pretty dark place, and everything that I knew about MS had to do with the ability to walk. So I kind of saw myself riding a scooter or in a wheelchair. My MS diagnosis really kind of changed the trajectory of my life and where I was headed, and it changed my family's life and just how we were going to function as a family.
Multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune condition where the immune system inappropriately attacks the brain and the spinal cord. Now that manifests as attacks or exacerbations or flare-ups. The way that MS affects an individual is different compared to the next individual. When there's inflammation, you can see a host of different symptoms. Double vision, loss of vision, weakness, you can have numbness, poor coordination and balance. The most common symptom, however, is pathologic fatigue, where it's hard just to stay awake and keep engaging with someone. There are relapsing forms of MS, which is the more common form. Now, the relapsing form really is 85% of all people that present.
I have always been kind of a do-it-all type of person. And when I was diagnosed with MS, that all kind of came to a screeching halt. Fatigue is one of my biggest symptoms. I get tired much faster than I used to. I'm always experiencing some type of numbness and tingling in my legs and feet. Balance is also a symptom that I have dealt with, and I even have had some falls. I actually broke my wrist. I haven't had any major sight issues since I was originally diagnosed. However, some heat and stress can trigger sight issues.
Prognosis in MS has gotten better and better, particularly with the advent of new therapies. When thinking about therapies, there are several treatment options, which we call disease-modifying therapies, aimed to reduce the number of relapses, delay progression of disability, and limit new disease activity or lesions on the MRI. These can be injectables, orals, or infusion medications. Some reasons to change a therapy could be patients have an MS attack, new lesions are seen on the MRI, uncomfortable side effects occur, or there's progression of disease based on neurological examination.
I have been on different disease-modifying therapies. Some therapies worked well for me, but I experienced side effects. But there are other management strategies to help me with my symptoms. Practicing yoga and doing Pilates, and also meditating on a regular basis. I pay a lot of attention to what I eat and my diet, and the people that I surround myself with.
One treatment option is Mavenclad, cladribine tablets, a prescription medicine used to treat relapsing forms of multiple sclerosis, including relapsing remitting disease and active secondary progressive disease in adults. Because of its safety profile, Mavenclad is generally used in people who have tried another MS medicine that they could not tolerate or that has not worked well enough. Mavenclad is not recommended for use in people with clinically isolated syndrome. This medication is not an infusion or an injection or a daily pill taken every day of the year, but instead it is the first and only short-course oral therapy with no more than 10 treatment days a year over 2 years. Mavenclad will continue to treat MS over the 2 treatment years, even when it's not being actively taken. Screening and monitoring should be performed before, during, and after treatment. Mavenclad is believed to work by targeting and reducing the number of T and B cells in the body, so there are fewer of them to attack the nerves.
It is not known if Mavenclad is safe and effective in children under 18 years of age and is therefore not recommended. Mavenclad may cause serious side effects, including the risk of cancer, malignancies. Patients should follow healthcare provider instructions about screening for cancer. Mavenclad may cause birth defects if used during pregnancy. Therefore, females should not be pregnant when starting treatment with Mavenclad or become pregnant during Mavenclad dosing and within 6 months after the last dose of each yearly treatment course. Treatment should be stopped immediately, and a healthcare provider should be contacted if a woman becomes pregnant during her treatment.
My neurologist told me about Mavenclad, and I feel it has worked well for me in managing my disease. Now, this is my personal experience, and it may vary for others. The convenient dosing schedule of Mavenclad of 10 days a year over 2 years is great. I also like that I don't have to go to an infusion center for my DMT. Generally, I need to ensure that I'm doing all I can to maintain my overall health. It was important for me to discuss whether vaccination was appropriate for me with my physician.
You will find an entire community of people impacted by MS ready to receive you. You don't get to do it by yourself. You don't have to do it by yourself. If a patient is immunocompromised during this pandemic, it's important to have an open dialogue with their physician about appropriate precautions that should be made. Discuss with your physician if a vaccine is right for you.
I am really passionate about MS research. I am proud to be an ambassador for EMD Serono, as it allows me to share my experience with other MS patients. I have met some amazing people during this whole process, people that have impacted my life, but it has also introduced me to a lot of newly diagnosed patients to help them realize that you can still live a very full life with MS.
If you've been diagnosed with RMS, speak to your physician about the best way to manage your disease and if Mavenclad might be an option for you.
Please listen to the important safety information, including information about the boxed warning at the end of this video. Important safety information and the full prescribing information is available at mavenclad.com.
And as always, if you want more information, you can visit our website, thebalancing.com. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Remember to head to our Facebook page and our website and follow us on Twitter.
And you know what you got to do? You got to stay safe, love that family of yours, and we'll see you next time.